Today's topic, robbing the poor to help the rich. Today we are talking about a core issue.
In society, there are two opposing sides. The poor belong to the side of labor. They sell their work. The rich belong to the side of assets. They own material wealth. On one side, the value of labor is falling rapidly. On the other side, the value of assets keeps soaring. As a result, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen. The deeper reason is this: assets are rising wildly in price, while labor is depreciating severely. This explains why many people complain that the harder they work and the more diligent they become, the larger the gap between them and wealthy people seems to grow. The problem lies at the root. So we must ask, why can asset prices rise so dramatically? The simple answer is that assets, by nature, act as reservoirs for the excessive amount of money being printed. In today's world, where fiat money and credit systems dominate, governments injecting money into the market is almost unavoidable. Whenever the economy slows down, authorities tend to pump large amounts of liquidity into the system, encouraging borrowing, investing, and spending. But this newly created money cannot flow everywhere without limits. Since money has value, it needs an outlet to anchor that value. This outlet is not the wages of ordinary workers. It flows mainly into assets. That is why, over the past 20 years, real estate prices have multiplied dozens, even hundreds of times. And with every major company going public through an IPO, new millionaires and billionaires are created. The growth patterns of assets and labor are completely different. Assets grow exponentially, benefiting from the rules of the game and from money creation. Labor grows linearly, increasing slowly through individual effort and gradual accumulation. Inflation waves come one after another. Salaried workers may feel their income looks stable, but in reality their purchasing power keeps declining. Meanwhile, asset holders benefit as liquidity pushes prices upward. When the economy overheats and the money valve is tightened, those who profited from rising asset prices, often the most sensitive and informed players, begin selling off their holdings before prices fall. They secure massive gains. And who do they sell to? To those who react more slowly, including unlucky entrepreneurs and many middle-class salaried workers. Then asset prices decline, the economy worsens, and eventually the money valve opens again. Liquidity is injected once more, and the cycle repeats. Why does labor lose value so dramatically? Because labor is the easiest production factor to replace, and often the cheapest. Outsourcing can replace it. Technology and AI can replace it. Lower-cost workers elsewhere can replace it. Add to this the reality of large populations and labor supply exceeding demand. Wages are naturally pressured downward. If you want to earn money through labor, you must increase your personal value. You must master highly complex skills. You must pursue advanced education. But even then, one fact remains unchanged. Income from labor grows only in a straight line. A person has only 24 hours a day. Even if you work relentlessly, the most you can earn is still limited to a day's wages. And on top of that, Inflation continuously erodes those wages. There are three main factors that make the wealth gap wider. First, the barrier of starting capital. To participate in asset markets, you need initial capital. For many poor individuals, income barely covers living expenses. It is extremely difficult to accumulate the first investment fund. They become trapped in a vicious cycle. No money means no investment, and no investment means remaining poor. Second, the barrier of information and opportunity. The wealthy can easily access high-quality investment information and often have teams of professional asset managers. These may favor those who already own assets. Centralisms will prefer assets as collateral. Asset owners can borrow at lower interest rates and expand even faster. Understanding the system does not mean fearing it. It means seeing clearly. Because once you understand how money moves, you stop chasing blindly and start choosing